Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and we are back in the world of Destiny. Got to play the Anthem VIP demo over the weekend. I'll try and get some more videos up so you guys get a feel more for that. The open demo is this weekend, so if you're looking to try it, it's open to anybody on any console. And honestly, I had a lot of fun with the game. It had its server issues, that I definitely can't lie, but I mean, when the game was running, which, you know, everybody had different levels of issues, I got to play it a pretty good amount and had a lot of fun, so it's definitely something I'm looking forward to adding to coverage for you guys. But in the world of Destiny, we've got a new update. 2.1.4 is live, so I'm not going to go through every bit of detail. If you guys would like that, or my thoughts or anything with regards to that, we can cover it in the last word. If you guys really want a separate video, let me know in the comments below. That's going to have changes to supers, sandbox, heavy, in PvP, quite a few changes in there, so a lot to cover. I'll put a link below in the description so you guys can jump in and read that one for yourselves. I don't like to read stuff to you guys, I assume you can. Then we've got a new quest is active, so we all know the last word is coming. The quest is live. We'll take a peek at where that starts. I think it's over at the Drifter, so we'll see how that one begins. And I'll probably do a video just of the pieces of that, any advice I've got for knocking those steps out. And there is a bonus in here that I did not have any idea that was coming, and it's just a little bonus and a little favorite to me. So let's jump into the director and see what this week holds in the world of Destiny. Alright Guardians, so first things first, the Flashpoint looks like it is going to be on the European Dead Zone, so good old Devrim K holding it down. Probably the easiest place for it because some of the adventures are really easy, fairly low level, so even your heroic ones aren't too bad. You've got public events popping all the time, you're going to be killing stuff as you go between forges, so it's one of the better places for the Flashpoint, definitely plenty to do, so no arguments there. In the world of the Vanguard, this week we've got modifiers for heroic story missions, regular strikes, and then heroic adventures, which definitely make sure you do that adventure for your Flashpoint. Gets you some nice progress in there pretty quickly. We have Void Singe all week long, so your hammerheads, your subtle calamity bows, anything like that that you got Void is what you're going to want to bring. And it is a triple heavyweight week, so both Tuesday, Friday, and Monday will all be heavyweight. So if you're looking on grinding out strikes, if you're looking on some story missions, or just working on leveling up a character, pick those heavyweight days for some of the more, I guess I could say, tedious stuff, because heavyweight definitely makes that stuff a lot quicker. For your missions, never really going to go through those. If you're looking for anything specifically, check your triumphs. I'm looking to find the one where I actually fight Gaul, so I actually have to kill him on a heroic mission. I just need to wait for it to pop up. For the Nightfalls this week, we have a Garden World again. That definitely is a repeat. Will of the Thousands is back pretty quickly as well. And then Lake of Shadows. Now, the Garden World is going to be the exotic ship. That one's not really going to be too difficult of a one, but it's also just a cosmetic, so not really a big one. Lake of Shadows, if you're going for that Militia's Birthright, that is the exclusive Kinetic grenade launcher, so it goes in that top slot. Definitely one of the only ways to run 3 grenade launchers if you really want to be crazy with it. And then Will of the Thousands, of course, if you need it for triumphs or anything like that, is definitely one to cross off the list. I did a video on that one last week or the week before. I've definitely got one up recently, so I'll try and put a link to that one maybe up here in the top right about now, so you guys can click on that one, and then also at the end of the video, description, stuff like that. So I'll have some links if you guys need those Nightfall guides or solo 100,000 guides. Those will be in there. Now, in the world of Gambit, pretty standard week. We're not on the season of the Drifter yet when some of this may change. So for now, definitely your daily and weekly matches, they are still there. For the world of Crucible, you still have your daily and weekly bounties, but this week we've got Breakthrough. There were some changes to that in the notes. I'm not going to go through them right now, but it looks like they tweaked things a little bit. But this is the one where you deploy the breaker in the middle, and then you have to hack their vault on the opposing team side. So big thing was always like the score or the stalemates that some people get into, so I'll have to go through and read the changes that were made to this, see if it was a positive thing, or see if this game mode's still worth anything at all. But Breakthrough is your mode for the week. Now, before I jump into the vendors and cover a couple pieces like what the quest looks like and things like that, there's another thing I want to tell you guys. Saw it today, had no idea it was coming. Many of you guys may have found me from my Whisper of the Worm video. Many of you may still need the gun. It's a Tuesday, and the Whisper Heroic quest is sitting right here. It is always active now. So any public event in the Lost Oasis, the taken bosses will spawn, and if you kill that taken boss, then the portal will spawn and you can always start the quest. So no waiting for just the proper event, no waiting on Cabal, no waiting on just the weekends. I don't know how many people had asked me, like, killed the boss like 12 times. Why is it not active? Well, guess what? It is always active now. So if you don't have Whisper of the Worm, or you haven't done it yet, or you're working on practicing, there is no limit and no issues. And also, depending on if people catch me on a stream or you play on PC, hit me up. I definitely would be willing to run some people through Whisper of the Worm. If you haven't picked the gun up yet, it's something I really enjoy doing, and the waiting is much smaller now, so that would be something I can do a lot more of. So hit me up in the comments. Look me up on PC. It's Ebontis number 1305 on Battle.net. Hit me up there, and we can definitely get some action going. But let's check out a couple of the vendors. Let's take a peek at the initial stage of this quest, and then we'll head to the Tangled Shore and Dreaming City to wrap this up as usual. Alright, so quickly here at Eververse, I do like to look at the exotics. We've got the Prismatic Matrix. Matrix has the Unsecured Outcry, always a cool looking ship. Just one of the more unique ones for sure. And then you've also got, this is one of those things. Now, let me know your guys' thoughts below if you want. But we have an ornament for the last word. So first thing I see when I log in, I don't even have the gun yet, I haven't finished the quest, and if I don't have the annual pass, I can't even get it. I wish on some of these things, like if they were going to put, you know, some of the ornaments in there later, I know it's brand new and they want to get it to you, but maybe wait a week or a couple days or something, because if the first thing I see is related to some brand new exotic thing, kind of takes the hype or mystery out of it per se. So, but the ornament for the last word, Laconic, is in there. Definitely a cool looking gun, more on the tarnished old metal look this time around, so nice to see an ornament for that one. Couple projections, nothing too crazy here. We have the Ska Dance, so that one's pretty straightforward. Out here in Eververse, nothing too crazy. We do have the Forges Burn Bright bundle, which just 5 etched engrams, 3 fire team medallions, and if you like the lilac, if you like to look like Easter, the Lilac Bombast shader is definitely your thing. So pastels, greens, and pinks, that's really up to you, but yeah, that's definitely not doing it for me. We've got the Cheeky Celebration, just kind of the crazy jump. We've got the Flowing Dance, definitely looking good, looking smooth. And a couple exotics, we've got the Approaching Infinity, still one of the weirdest looking sparrows, no question about it. I'm not entirely sure how it functions. We've got the Sun Bracers for the Eyes of Mercury, kind of a cool look to them. I actually like the way this looks. You've got the eye up here, the flow, definitely one of the more unique ornaments. Speaking of Mercury, or this is actually Mars, the Polaris Lance ornament, also a very unique one. And then the Colony ornament for the sneak attack, because you definitely can't see this giant gun even though there's camouflage on it. Other than that, make sure you guys do pick up your challenge. I already picked it up, but make sure you get that one so you can get those prismatic facets still flowing through. All right, let's go talk to Ada, see what her weapon frames are, and then we will go speak to the Drifter. All right, Guardians, so for the weapon frames, your powerful weapon frames, remember, will be your 650 or max level drop, and then the following of that same weapon frame will be about 20 levels lower than where you are. And remember, you do only get to pick 2. Ballistics logs only come from these 2 bounties. Now, you can have more than 2 ballistics logs now. You can actually hold up to 5 if you carry them over from weeks. So say this week you only want the pulse rifle, you don't want the other 2 this week, or maybe you don't get to them, turn in the bounty, save it, and go to next week, and you can actually have those stockpiled. So you can potentially still only pick 2, to my knowledge. Say even if I have 3, I can still only pick like hand cannon and pulse rifle. I wouldn't have the sword frame available. But if you do stockpile some up, maybe you like work on one this week and it's like I'm grinding out the pulse rifle, I don't quite get to the hand cannon, it's one less bounty that I have to do. I at least won't lose the progress on it. So that is one of the things in the patch notes. Ballistics logs will carry over week to week. They will not disappear, but your module reports will still cap at 15. Now, if you have bounties that are in progress, that you've spent some of those on, you will get some modules reports back, which is nice as well. So just some quality of life stuff changes here. But we have the pulse rifle, which again, I'm still trying to get my blast furnace with Feeding Frenzy and Rampage. Haven't had one with both of those yet. I've had the perks split, but that's probably my grind outside of whatever the last word has. We've got the sword, which is apparently the one you're going to look for surrounded spec and surrounded mod and all of that stuff. If you can find the great pieces of this sword, apparently it's a beast, so that's definitely one, but surrounded is the key to look for on this one. Seems to make a huge difference. I haven't had that luck. Hand cannon as well, the Kindled Orchid. This is one of the few that can actually roll with Rampage and Kill Clip. It's kind of insane how much you can put those 2 together. So reloading, getting extra damage, and then if you can get some reload speed or drop mag or something like that on there, still have fast reload speed, have the bonus damage, get the bonus from the kills. It is one of the few hand cannons that can roll in that way. So I'm probably going to go hand cannon and pulse rifle because the sword seems still pretty low in my priority, but those are my 2 recommendations. Of course, the bounty's usually never too bad. Just figure out what forge stuff you need to do. All right, let's go talk to the Drifter and see how this thing starts. All right, Guardians, so when you come over to the Drifter, and remember, you do need the annual pass for this quest to be active, otherwise this will not be here. But the Drifter has acquired an ancient Hive artifact that he thinks you should look at. He believes that it might be tied to one of the Hive's fabled weapons of sorrow. He's eager to help you unlock its secrets and its power. He's offering you stolen pages from a dark book to help further your understanding. Restore the tainted artifact to its original state by defeating Hive and gathering items the Drifter needs. So the cleansing, purge the artifact of its sickness. Hive defeated with solar damage, Hive tablets collected, which I just have to assume is killing Hive, and then Hive bosses defeated. My recommendation, as this is pure Hive, you've got bosses involved, either pick a strike that has Hive, Will of the Thousands will have them in there, and you could even do a Nightfall. Will of the Thousands is actually out there. You have a decent amount of Hive to fight in that one. If you go solar damage, you could do solar singe, you could do heavyweight, and just go in there with whatever you can and just tear stuff up for a little while. So you won't have to worry about score, but that would be a good way. You could also do something just like Escalation Protocol as well. Escalation Protocol this week does have all the options to it, so all weapons are available from Escalation Protocol. So maybe double duty if you're trying to grind that stuff out as well. Hive tablets, I just have to assume, come from killing Hive. 75 of those may just be kills. And then Hive bosses, pretty straightforward. So that will be the first step. I will record all the steps to this quest and post it up in its own video so you guys can see what it takes, or at least a breakdown and recommendations of how to knock it out. But that's pretty much it. I'm not going to go too far in depth on this one just because I have no idea what the future steps are. So let's go check with the Spider and Petra and wrap up this weekly reset. Alright, Guardians, a quick peek at Spider. We've got the Eye in the Dark. This is actually going to be on Mars, so if you're spending some time on Mars doing escalation protocols or other things, it's a good time to knock this out, get yourself a little powerful gear, so that can't hurt anything. If you guys do need some bounties, remember these are usually pretty easy. Precision kills, kill Hive, kill Fallen. And again, you've got Hive here too, so it really just depends on where you want to hunt down the Hive. Don't forget your Legendary Shard if you do have, or Enhancement Cores, I should say, for your Legendary Shards. I'll take my 1 for the day, but I usually cap it at just the 1. And then remember, if you do desperately need enhancement cores, you do have these 6 bounties you can grind out if you really need something or you want some infusion. Anything specific, those are always there. Let's go to Petra, and let's see what she's got. Alright, Guardians, just in case you didn't have Blast Furnaces to grind and a Last Word quest to work on and an Anthem Open Beta coming up this weekend, we are in Curse Week 3, so the Shattered Throne returns. Now, I was like half an inch away from basically finishing my solo flawless Shattered Throne, which is back at it. So I will be doing that at some point this week, so definitely follow me on Twitch, Twitter to see when I go live working on that one, because that's happening. I got really close. I basically did it, but it some reason did not count, so we're definitely going to be knocking that one out at some point. But for the week, we do have the Dark Monastery mission. You guys can always check my previous videos. I've got a guide for everything hidden in there. The daily bounties, you've got your 8 for the week, your Ascendant Challenge. I, of course, will do that video next. That is my second one of the week, as always. So pick that one up, and then Offering to the Oracle, see if she's got anything interesting to say this week. But other than that, you've got, your daily bounties. If you get some cash to spend, buy a couple raid banners if you're working on doing a raiding. That's usually what I try and spend them on now more than anything. But that will pretty much wrap up the week. So we've got Shattered Throne. We've got the Last Word quest. You've got a whole new set of supers to try out, and Mayhem comes back soon, so a whole lot of crazy stuff is going on. The Anthem VIP demo is this weekend. It's open to everyone, so just find it on your console. Should be able to preload it a day or two before. Hopefully the servers are better. If not, at least jump in and get a feel for the game. When the game is actually working, I'll say I do have a lot of fun with it, so it's something I'm looking forward to. But it is free this weekend, so take this opportunity and try it out. But to everybody out there, we're almost at 32,000 subs, so keep that going. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. I've been having a lot of fun on Twitch lately with you guys in stream, so those have been quite entertaining. So keep that support going there. And then on Twitter as well, almost at 1,000 followers there. So if you haven't followed me there, I usually just kind of do updates, news, random things on Twitter. So thank you guys for all the support as of late. You guys have been awesome. So thank you very much. If you haven't followed me on any of those places, cool. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like below. Leave a comment if you got questions, thoughts, opinions about things. If you're looking for a run on PC, definitely send me a tweet or anything like that, and I will look into doing that at some point when I've got decent time set aside for that. So it's open all the time now for Whisper, which is awesome. And if you guys enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate it. So thank you all very much. Have a good day and enjoy what will potentially be a very, very busy week. I will see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your grind, your questing, your Whisper runs, everything you're doing. Have fun.